Y'all, Mandy sent me a cracked cabbage recipe and it's gonna be delicious. All the macros and everything and the recipe is down in the description of this video.
Hi, this is Terry. I've lost 180 pounds with keto, carnivore, and counting calories. Now I'm on a mission to improve the health of my heart.
So to get my cracked cabbage started, I have 4 of my 6-ounce servings of ground beef. So they're already cooked up. And then I have 115 grams of my onions. It's already cooked, but a lot of them are partially frozen. So I'm just going to kind of let it all sit here and keep it on the low to medium heat and just let it finish defrosting. And then we'll do the next phases. But in the meantime, like I said, I'm going to get the ground beef and onions all melded together and the meat defrosted. Okay, so next up, the directions are, it says prepare meat, add in slaw. So we're going to add in our slaw very carefully. I should have got a bigger pan. Hold on. Yeah. Good thing about cabbage is it shrinks up as it cooks. So, yeah. Alright. So add cabbage. Liquid aminos. So liquid aminos, we are adding in a 1/4 cup of liquid aminos. And I'll post the recipe down in the description along with the macros and all of that good stuff. So 1/4 cup of liquid aminos. Sesame oil, 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil. Just going to kind of guesstimate. Okay, so 1/2 tablespoon of sesame oil. Okay, it calls for powdered ginger, but I got this ginger paste, so we're just going to I'm going to perk this off to the side. So that way it's not on the top. So ginger. And then cook until desired tenderness of cabbage. So now I'm going to cover it. I've made this in the past and it does freeze very well for me because I don't mind mushy stuff. So now I'm going to cover it and I'll set a timer for about 5 minutes and then we'll check it. Y'all know me well enough to know that I'm going to also add some of my favorite seasonings. So I'm also going to add in some freeze-dried garlic. Freeze-dried garlic there. I love Greek seasoning on my Asian food, so we're also going to add some Greek seasoning. So these extra things are what I want to add. You add what you want to add. I'm going to put a little bit of my smoked paprika on it. And now I did not add any salt yet, so I'm just going to let this meld down. And then we'll taste it and see what we want to add later. So, all right, 5 minutes. It has been 5 minutes. I'm going to give it a stir and let the beef kind of get up on top of the cabbage and let the cabbage get under the beef. So now the flavors can kind of blend a little bit more. The cabbage has definitely softened up. I definitely should have used my bigger stock pot, but that's all right. It's going to be good. But I want to get the seasonings mixed up now so they're not just sitting on the top. Alright, let me test the cabbage and see what I think. Nope. Well, for freezing it, this would be ideal. But I don't care. For me, I'm going to let it go about 4 more minutes and I'll figure out the macros and I'll get back with you. Alright, so I'm going to cover it and I'll give it 4 more minutes and I'll be back. Alright, so get everything turned off. Wanted to let you know I'm going to make 4 servings out of it. Each serving will have 436 calories, 21.9 protein, 10.1 total carbs, and 33.5 fat. I didn't look up the fiber, so if you're doing net carbs, you'll just have to plug it in and see. So I use a tracker app. I use Chronometer, and I use the free version. I do not pay for anything that I do because I ain't about that paying life. There's enough we got to pay for in life. I'm not buying a tracker app. But if that works for you, go right ahead. I just ain't got that kind of money. Anyway, so now let me get off my high horse here. Anyway, so that's how it looks. And let's give it a taste. Well, no, we're going to wait. We're going to serve it up and then we'll taste it. So I'll be back to you. I'm going to break it up in 4 servings. Look. Doesn't that look delicious? Let me just show you. What I did was I added some sesame seeds and some of my Melinda's Thai sweet chili sauce. So let's give it a try. Girl, you know it's true. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I love you. Very, very good. This is probably going to be my lunch today. But anyway, so yeah, that was good. And thank you so much, Mandy, for sending me the recipe. If any of you all have any good recipe ideas, you can email them to me. Make sure it's printed out so that way I can then transfer it over and print it out. Make sure it's typed out so I can then print it out. And yeah, I appreciate this. This is a winner. So here we go. I've got them all right here. I'm going to put the lids on them. I'll probably keep a couple of them in the refrigerator and a couple in the freezer. But there you go. That's my cracked cabbage. Thank you, Mandy.